Seven Last Words of Christ is well, it's a dramatization of the seven last words. And it's not words, it's the seven last things that Jesus said before dying on the cross. And so each one is dramatized with appropriate music, and so you'll be listening to singers and soloists who will be excellent. They always have been excellent. And you'll be watching the scene played out for you by the members of the dance troupe. It's done in Lent because this is an appropriate thing for you to think about in Lent. It's about the Passion.
And it just draws you into the actual Passion of Christ. It just brings about profound changes in basically within me, within my soul, just watching that performance, and it helps me really prepare for Lent and prepare for Easter.
Well, when I was acting in the Seven Last Words of Christ, I would play the role of a member of the angry mob that condemned Christ, and that was just a very interesting experience, getting to see the Passion from that side of the story, and also knowing that how you portray your anger will help the audience to feel more sympathetic for what Christ went through.
Seven Last Words of Christ is a very moving performance. It's, of course, helping you prepare for Lent and Easter. I think being an actor, you really have to get into your part, and you have to be the character. And the Blessed Mother just did an amazing job, and you could tell that they were really trying to be their character.
When I'm watching that performance, I definitely feel like I'm really participating, as though I were back during the time of Christ, like I was living through it again. And it's hard to hold back tears. It's just amazing how people can embody those figures.
I felt like crying when Jesus walked past me on the cross.
Well, I think if you come to see any of the dance and theater troupe performances, you're definitely going to walk away thinking that it probably wasn't what you had expected, in the sense that it's going to exceed pretty much all of your expectations, because a lot of people come thinking it's going to be a bunch of little girls dancing around on stage or acting or whatever, and they're thoroughly surprised by the professionalism and the depth and the intricacies of all the performances. So I think that would I think just coming to see one for the first time, you're gonna walk away feeling a lot more than you expected to feel.
The biggest impression of me is the effect it had on the children and how they really got into it, because they were crying and they were just, they just loved it, and you could tell that they understood the story, and that they understood Jesus, and they understood where they were going after their time on earth. So
I think the Seven Last Words of Christ is a very good performance for your Lenten meditation, whether you're acting it or watching it. I know it was just a really good thing in my Lent. It really helped me focus on what Lent was really about.
Yeah, and like to come to participate or see the Seven Last Words of Christ, the effort that's been put into the costumes and the props to make you feel like you're there, and then combine that with the choir and the orchestra just booming throughout the churches where they're usually held at. It helps you focus on what's going on without getting distracted by an actor speaking. So you can just watch the movements, and you're drawn into the story with all the sound. So you can meditate, and it turns into a great meditation leading up to Holy Week.
Mary's gazing down and weeping over her dead son. I'm trying to sing, and I'm getting a little, having to recover myself to sing. It's quite moving. It's worth your while. It's a very good thing to do for Lent.
Going to the performances, like I said, is like going on a mini retreat. It strengthens your faith, and it really goes into your heart and soul. I mean, when we leave there as a family, we feel like we are on fire. And you can go to the movie theater, and there's nothing like that where you come out feeling closer to Christ. Going to a performance through Little Flowers is like just feeling the love of Christ and wanting to share it with others and to serve others. It makes you want to reach out more to others and share your faith.